fucking cheeseburger.
Business related. Can I still have it?
It's WWE champion time.
Go, 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 go. It's the money, stupid fuck. I love it. Go, 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 go. I eBay. Hell! It's been tough. I always think that it's my fault. Drinking gin. Yep, I'm toxic. I love Hulk Hogan's dick. My ass is so fucking stretched. Oh, no, you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. For now? Go, 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 go. It's the money, stupid fuck. What? I love it. Go, 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 go. What? I eBay. Hell! Hateful slurs. Lame brain pieces of dumb fucking hateful slurs. Why am I talking? I love it. Hey, Mr. Brunel, you there? I'm present.
Right, I understand. He's claiming that he's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and nets about $35.
Banned. Gone. Forever. I understand that people right now are so hyped for the gifted memberships, and I'm very grateful for that. I mean, thank you. But I hope that that doesn't mean that people are going to forego tipping, because that would put me in a bad situation. And in particular, I don't know why you guys, okay, why are you laughing? Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Why are you laughing? Oh, so hilarious that this guy has stuff financially tight. Huh? I literally can't afford stuff on Tuesday on my day off, and you're gonna laugh? Oh, that's funny. When you can't go and do something with your family on your day off, your one day off for the week when you're working full-time 6 days a week. That's funny, right? No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Huh? Huh?
This one's for all my baby girls.
And you know what this reminds me of? When I worked at the helicopter company, helicopter support. It 1,000,000% reminds me of that. American ball. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. I worked for a major company, a helicopter company. It's called Aftermarket Support for Helicopters. Okay? They're flying around. Uh-oh. Things are breaking down. Parts are wearing out. We're a one-stop shop for helicopters. So I was told, we see potential for you. Uh-oh. You're better than just working customer support. Revamp the business from ground up. You can map it out and find bottlenecks and find shortcomings and find helicopters so that our company runs more efficiently. Okay? So I busted my ass. I worked my ass off. I did double work, never got paid for it. And you say, oh, it's part of the process, man. It's just part of corporate America. Fuck you. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. It happened to to me. Fuck you. Why don't you listen to me? You don't know shit. It happened to me. So shut the fuck up. Why don't you listen to me? Cause no one cares. It happened to me. Fuck you. Why don't you listen to me? You don't know shit. It happened to me. So shut the fuck up. Why don't you listen to me? Cause no one cares. It happened to me. Fuck you. Why don't you listen to me? You don't know shit. It happened to me. So shut the fuck up. Why don't you listen to me? Cause no one cares.
Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer. Big ups to your dad.
I eat banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana, please the peel it comes in the milk, put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera.
I eat banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana, please the peel it comes in the milk, put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. I eat banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight.
Now what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any kind of sweetness.
It's going to be acidity
to
from
the sauce.
tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
and then
tart and its acid and nothing else. Alright. So now we gotta stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fit. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style, tips, greasy hair, pasta once a week. The authentic style, Asian fusion style, Italian.
Guess what else we're gonna add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's gonna go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fit. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I am a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish, and then I'm half kind of European mix.
it's disappointing to me, and it's sad, but at the same time, just once again, all the detractors, they said this was going to happen, and they were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him.
No, fuck all that noise. Get you a bottle of gin from Total Wine. Fire up your TV. Drink your gin. Drink your gin. Consequences have actions, Pep. Here's what you gotta do. Drink your gin. Drink a Pepsi later on. Play you fucking WB champions.
That being said.
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 That being
said.
Hello. This is Phil Burnell. All right. And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. A.L. Team Insider, the legend, Fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist, Speak to the Dead, psychological style host, Meerkat, artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
If there was ever meaningful content, it's being produced right here on That Being Said.
Can't keep getting away with that, Darksea. You're gonna get canceled, dude.
And yet I do.
Amazing. What's up, everybody? We are here. It is time for the groupthink here, where, as you can see, we're down one legend, but we're up one legend still. So we're still even on legends. We're still even on the overall number of legends, as we have Darksea to Phil in the house. Of course, as you can see, that Gundam is not here. Reschedule. He had a little. His pet was obviously was going through some issues. So health issues. And they went to the vet actually yesterday and kind of ruined the sleep schedule. But we're gonna get back on track. He's gonna be here on Sunday, big Sunday, and then we're gonna get our whole show with the guy special. And that will be the last day of the auction actually too, so that should be pretty hype. That'll be Sunday, so get ready for Sunday. Get your hype gears in order. As we have cerebral, logical, musical, Wizard of Oz,
Cat,
secret musical, artistic style, and Darksea. Since you are the guest today, how you feeling? I'll get you a few words from you, please, if you don't mind.
I'm feeling pretty good. I can do a halfway decent Gundam if you need me to. Every now and again, I could say, "What's that, Stu?"
No, that works.
Not bad, right?
Yeah.
Not bad. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. So, we're gonna still do the kind of typical middle of the week kind of style show. So we're gonna get to all your messages and stuff like that, and all the normal fun stuff we always do. So I hope that is cool with you. Any other business style announcements, Meerkat? From you, business style announcer style person.
Yeah, well, there's still time. You can bid on the guy. Get your money up, not your funny up, and click the link in the description to spend your whole inheritance on a single, unique, and robust figurine designed by our guest today, Darksea, and our was-to-be guest, but will-be guest.
Yes.
3D printed by the man himself, Gundam, and painted by his beautiful, manly hands. If you want it, click the link, snatch it right under the nose of the other guy who bid less than you, and be the guy who has the guy.
And I see the question in chat, so we're going to have some special style designs ready for you on Sunday, all right? Darksea, could you please explain a little bit about what you're going to have available for people that are interested in not getting the guy, but getting a piece of the guy, let's say? What
Sure,
might you
yeah,
have there?
yeah. I wasn't sure if we were talking about that today or
Yeah.
not, but I think the shortest version of it is there's going to be some what I'm calling guy minis. So the actual guy figure is like a standard 5.5-inch action figure. Think, classic Ninja Turtles. So I've got a little 2.5-inch guy. He's just a single slug, no articulation. He's going to have the Astro Axe in his hand. So all the stuff from the original design, paying homage to that, you're going to be able to basically print to order, 3D print to order. So hands off for us. You'll order it, pay for it, and they'll send it straight to your place. And then on top of that, we've got some cool t-shirt designs that we put together so that people can get on that too. Because when you see the price of 3D prints, you're gonna understand just how much we all owe Gundam for all the work.
Yes, for sure. So yeah, we'll have it ready by Sunday. So you have t-shirt available, also the mini is available, and also the auction will be finishing that day. So Sunday's looking to be pretty hype. And I was thinking we should do like some kind of time-based thing on these shirts, by the way. They should be like a month or something to get a guy shirt, and after run. That that would kind of be hype. I know it's kind of scammy feeling, but that's not the point of it in this case, for real, I promise.
Hey, if you want to have a boardroom meeting here on the air, that's up to you.
Let's do it. Let's do investment.
I know a guy it works very well for.
Yeah. No, but anyway, we'll see. But anyways, anything else, Meerkat, or is that good?
Yeah, are the original 3D files going to be available publicly, is the question from chat.
Ooh.
So the plan is to make them available. I haven't decided on a time frame yet. I will just say I am holding them specifically to maintain hype for charity, because even those guy minis, all that's going to go to charity too. So we're building the pot. So hold if you can't buy, they will be available eventually.
So you are edging people then.
Yes, intentionally. So I want to hear Velcro wallets opening.
Exactly. No JOI though.
No JOI. We don't want to do JOI here, but we love the big explosions. So we just love to have the hype explosions everywhere.
And everybody's gonna get to know where the load went, because the whole load is going to it's going to the children. It's not in that way. In a positive way. Okay?
Good start. Where did the load go? To the children.
Big ups, Indrid. We are men who are streaming together. Men who stream together, cream together. That was my favorite thing on Twitter today.
Yes,
and a pretty hype Twitter day.
Exactly. And someone should clip that for the charity. St. Jude's, thanks so much. We have prepared this hype package for you. And it's Meerkat saying, like, where did the load go? People asked us. You know where it goes? To the children. Okay, but seriously, it's for a good cause, so blah, blah, blah. Boilerplate, blah, blah. Okay, do we want to talk about Jade at all, or no? Do we want to? It's a big topic.
Well, ordinarily no. But...
Too late now, right?
Yeah.
So, Meerkat, what happened? Give us the rundown that you already gave once, but we want to hear it again.
Well, I've been told, which is also code for I didn't actually watch the thing, but I saw what people were talking about it. DSP didn't want to fight Jade in Street Fighter, which I don't know why, because he was making viewer lobbies, and Jade is a very prominent viewer in his chat. He hangs out every time. He says, "What's up, my ooses?" He tells everybody good night when he's leaving. So I don't know why DSP doesn't want to fight him. So I want to see hashtag justice for Jade in chat. I want to see a wave of support for him, because it makes me feel like DSP didn't want to fight him because he discriminates against disabled people. And Jade is just a kid that likes video games and likes having fun and hanging out in DSP's chat. And he deserves that. He deserves that Street Fighter game. Even if he loses, it doesn't matter. It's a wholesome experience with DSP hanging out with one of his sons and teaching him the old ways of Street Fighter.
Yes, and that's really ridiculous if you think about it, because Phil is happy to fight detractors, happy. But when Jade, what you could say, legitimate fan Jade, right? I mean, he's a fan, not like Derek, where he has this dark side. I mean, we don't know much about Jade, of course, but he's not having the best go of life and stuff, but he's making the best of it. He has his passions, and one of them happens to be DSP, which is we can question, but fine. But still, DSP wouldn't give him just the 5 minutes of his time. Come on, man. That's fucked up. For one of your real fans. You know what I'm saying?
You know why then? You know why? He didn't want to run the risk of losing. He thought somewhere, the thought of, I might actually lose to him. He might actually be better than me. Crossed his mind. And he couldn't have that. That's exactly why we went to Dalsim.
I think that may be the case. Did it come before the Dalcine
It was
thing,
before.
right?
I'm sure.
Okay,
It was before,
because I was going to say maybe if it happened afterwards, maybe it was like he's got owned by this guy and he just doesn't want to fuck around with anything anymore. He doesn't want to be put in any awkward situations. He just wants to get on with his night. But with it being before, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it was just before or just shortly before. Yeah.
In any case, it's fucked up. And TJ Gamebox says Jimmy's this is a British style pedophile guy, right?
It is, yes.
Has entered the chat. That's Meerkat, by the way. Meerkat's words.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you'd have to be a bit more specific. There's a couple of them.
He was the guy. He's a guy from a British style guy that was. I'm not sure the story. Something with kids, not good, right? Is that long and short of it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, British style.
That's the long and short of it, yeah. British style pedophile.
That's the young and old of it. Maybe I should have said it that way. Iviga says justice for Jade. It time pay. There we go. Thanks, guys. Also, I want to talk about, before we get to the messages, let's ruin our Sunday show even further. We got Gundam anyway, so we're filled on Sunday. So let's get it all out now. This fucking bullshit about someone of his fucking fans played him and just beat the shit out of Phil, and Phil tried to make him feel like an asshole, which was just such baby behavior. Some of the most third grade behavior I've ever seen. You know, yeah, guys, he's too good. Let's not play with this guy. He sucks too. Yeah, you know, totally.
Dude, he left the controller mid-match. He just dropped the controller and looked at the camera. Like, this is the most dishonorable way to lose, is literally giving up and making it seem like you never really cared that much when you're getting clapped. And it's really disrespectful to your opponent who is beating the shit out of you.
Well, you talked about it like it was some savage own. Like, oh, does he even know that I put the controller down? Like, how he's the only person I think I've ever seen that could get on a soapbox in that moment.
Pixels, bro. Pixels.
Fucking
you
insane.
won by pixels.
Yeah, he's been doing that since he's 18. Taking the oddest, like, thinks he's getting a W here. Do you think he's noticed that I put the controller down?
That was you knew you were in for a good time when he said that, because the way he said it, when he leaned in as though he was like, did you see this? You get a load of this guy, everyone. You know, like, as though he was trying to get the chat in, you know, on his side, and it's just
Get
like,
a load of this idiot, guys. What an asshole, right? He's kicking the shit out of me. He's juggling me, but what an asshole. He just doesn't get it.
He did so much weird doublespeak last night. Like, he was talking about, what was it? He was going on a rant about, when you're just playing with your friends and it's not competitive, you don't pick the top tier, blah, blah, blah. But last week, I think he actually specifically said, you didn't see me picking Blanca. But last week we were talking about how Blanca was the best thing in the game because he won some big tournament, dude. And so it's like, is Blanca the best or is he not? I'm confused. I'm fucking confused, Phil.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And by the way, DSP, you fucking bitch, in the pre-stream he said, I saw last night some big streamer was saying that modern Geef is the way to go. So I searched on YouTube just modern Geef, and who the fucking first fucking result, Justin Wong had a video that said modern Geef is the way to go. I was like, just say his name, bitch. Say his fucking name. Is that too hard for you? Your ego can't handle typing the name Justin Wong anymore? I know that's why it is. You can't say those words anymore, can you? Justin Wong. That must be painful. Some big fighting game guy said that modern Geef is the way to go. Okay.
Well, the way he directly quotes things without giving credit to them, it just tells me that the valedictorian bullshit is fake, because he was just he plagiarized his way through. I'm trying to remember what game it was about a month ago. I sat there and earlier in the day I had watched the IGN review for this release, and Phil was reciting it verbatim on stream. Fucking insane.
I'm so glad this has come up, this kind of topic, because I've noticed in his vocabulary, the word tech has started appearing. And I know that's a fighting game term, and I know it's been around for years, but it gets thrown around as just like a general thing now. I believe this is today I've done this research on it because I wanted to look it up in terms of Phil. But I think it gets turned, like it gets used now as basically like a general way of saying like a move, or a something, this is what I gather, but I think it goes back and it has a more like specific usage.
It's when you counter a throw. If you're being grabbed, you counter a throw by throwing, and you get out of it that way. You tech the throw.
But I'm almost certain that he, like we've established, he's been watching these like pro pro players, these tips videos, and it's crept into his vocabulary. Because I did a quick pig go search, and obviously technology, blah blah blah, gets used a lot. But in terms of like, you know, if you put like new tech space, new tech space, and search that, you get like a lot of recent results and not a lot of old ones. So he's got a new word, I think. So.
But is it a real space or is it like a DSP space, gaming space?
DSP space.
I gotta know how to find this.
Guys, these are these moments where I occasionally like to sort of like step back and fully take in the fact that Phil is 41.
Yeah,
and he's acting like this.
Yeah. Yes.
Over being beaten at Street Fighter.
Yes.
By a fan.
Yes. By your
and
fan.
You just, like, because it comes in waves. You know, you're like, wow, he's 41 and he's acting like that. Wow, he's 41 and he's acting like that over Street Fighter. Wow, he's 41 and he's acting like that over Street Fighter with a fan. Wow, he's, you know, and because you can see, like, in the moment he saw this guy, he was like, I'm going to get my shit pushed in regardless. So I'm going to pick Dalcine so that I've got my fallback. I've got my excuse. I'm going to lose badly. And he still bitched. And you're like 41 years old.
Dude,
that's such. It's also one of those moments that just should go to Sir Moist. It really should.
Yes, yes. Dude, please, Sir Moist, check that out because, and it's, you know, as we've seen now how he's been like this forever. He sets up the excuse, but he gives it a shot, and then you can see his mind doing it. Like, okay, I'm not gonna win. Let's kick in the excuses, boys. And then he goes, okay, you see, this guy just doesn't get it. This guy doesn't get it, clearly. Like, but he tried first to see if he could do it. Okay, never mind. This guy, I tried. Okay. You think you got to notice I put the controller down, guys? Like, no one's on your side on this, but yeah, go ahead.
This is also the same guy who, like a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago, he was having this big monologue, this big TED Talk level of speech about how you need to learn to be a good loser before you can be a winner. And then he just drops the controller in the middle of a match against the dude who watches his videos and likes him. Like a little bitch.
And I didn't realize how much he actually has said that in the past until was it Dick Jordan Phil or somebody put together a super out of those. That's one of his fucking favorites, and I don't ever recall hearing it before that.
Yeah, because I was in the same boat. I assumed it was just like a new piece of like gold that we'd got, but yeah, there's been several other times where he's come out with this same like weird TED Talk bullshit.
Well, it's my new favorite because it technically means Phil's never won anything in his life because he's never learned to be a good loser, so he's never won.
Well,
even when he wins, he doesn't win.
If you remember, if you lose something, if you learn something from your licks, you didn't really lose. So he probably learned from putting the controller down. So maybe he learned something from putting the controller down. Then he didn't really lose. So fair enough.
Technically true.
Fair enough. Ira says it was a lose-lose. Oh, playing Jade. It's a lose-lose. If Phil loses, he gets made fun of. If he wins, he gets caught up for not going easy on him. Yeah, that's true. It's not. I'm not saying it's like an easy waters to manage, but I do think you play no matter what and then deal with it later. He's your fan. You don't just pick out.
I mean, this is what 2 or 3 minutes out of your stream in a stream that's supposed to be a fun time. It's the first time you've played with your fans. Everyone's waiting for this shit. You know, it's supposed to be like nothing but fun. You know. And yet we've got that situation going on. We've got this other one with him being bodied and moaning about it. It's just like, I mean, I'm not kind of not surprised he doesn't want to do this shit because like the fallout from it all is just so, you know,
stupid. Yeah.
Well, it's not terribly hard to modify your play style just a little bit for that situation. Like perfect example, just pick Blanca and don't use Blanca Chan, which I hate every time he says it. But just don't use it because that's his bread and butter. Clearly,
He can't.
I get it.
He knew he'd lose. That's the thing. He knew this guy would beat him, but if he used Blanca, so much of his ego and his security about who he is as a Street Fighter player is in Blanca right now because he's, you know, doing really well with Blanca and it's Blanca is one of his mains. And if he'd lost with that, it would have all come crumbling down. would have been a huge hit.
True,
So
and his
at
other
least
option would be to go
I'll see-
gamer face on Jade.
you know.
So.
Yeah, then it's like no win there either too.
Yeah,
right? So, Maximus is 2400 says it's funny seeing DSP do everything LTG does in fighting games. Rage quit arc. Yeah, so putting the controller down is something LTG does for sure. Before is put the controller down. I'm done. Fuck this. But my favorite is Phil was saying that he's like no skill. I didn't see any skill there. No skill. No skill. You can't say that, man. If you lose, you can't say that. You feel like a bitch if you say that. Come on.
It's just so like adolescent, isn't it? Again, like, I feel like I say the word adolescent every fucking stream, but like this like multiplayer online terminology that like you hear kids talking about as though there's like rules that you have to follow in order to basically so that they can win. You know, you must act in a certain way so I can kill you easier. You know, is basically. It reminds me of when I used to play Metal Gear Online years ago, and it was like, you know, you'd get people moaning in the chat saying like, you know, you spawn, no, not spawn camping, you're camping in your base, you know, you pin down in your base. Like, and basically what they're saying is, I'd like you to run out and for me to be able to kill you easier. You know, that's all it is.
Yeah.
It's like it's a bit like playing pool, and you know, like everywhere has different rules about like if you take a back shot behind the lines, or you know, like if you sink on the black, do you get a double or a single shot? Where can you move? Can you move? You know, and everywhere has all these different rules. So it's like with fighting games, how like some people will throw and it's fine, and other people will be like, oh, that's dirty and that's cheap, and you know that wasn't a legit win. It's like, but it's like, Phil, you're 41. It's fucking Street Fighter with your fans.
And also, I mean, in a way, he's also admitting that the former pro was defeated by somebody with no skill. With just some random dude.
Why don't you see that? Yeah, he doesn't see that part though. He says like, "Oh, they just won because they're low level and they don't see the high level stuff." It's like, all right, well, there's a problem with your high level if that's the case, man.
He had an actual rationale for this. He had an explanation for this because sometimes the noobs, they mash so hard and they pull out random moves that you, as a seasoned veteran, you don't know how to prepare for because they're too random. So they catch you by surprise, which is an actual thing that happens in sports. But to try and justify losing a Street Fighter like this to somebody who apparently, allegedly is much worse than you are, makes absolutely no sense.
Yes.
To be fair, that does happen in fighting games, but it doesn't happen as often as he's getting beat.
Yeah, it doesn't. Not every single loss you have can be chalked up to that. I think that's a fair statement. You know, and he says that almost every time he loses is like nothing earned, all safe. You know, level 3 out of nowhere. He always has these words. He loves throwing the words in. Yeah, random super, half screen, unearned, bullshit. Anyways, Barrett Wells says he's been watching high level videos. Yeah. So his high level video watching is probably what, like among 5 people, you know? So it's like Justin Wong video we got to check out, Maximilian Dude video we got to check out. Who else is there? Valle video we got to check out. And then the next day he'll be like, I was watching lots of high level videos, not saying anyone's name. You know, all these individual thoughts he's come to share. And then that's 40 minutes of pre-stream, by the way, you know, before the schedule. You know, it's like, dude.
And actually, I want to make a point about that too, because this is so I don't play fighting games near as much as I used to, but I have friends who still play them every single day, like hardcore guys who are into that scene. And I remember back in the day, a friend of mine showing me a video, I think it was of Alex Valle, talking about how to build muscle memory in a fighting game. And what he said was something along the lines of, you sit down and the example he used was throw 50 Hadoukens from the left side of the screen and then turn and throw 50 from the right side of the screen. And if you miss one, go back to one until you can hit 50 from either side. Don't move on from that. So imagine the hubris of thinking I can just watch a high level video the night before and I just know how to do all this stuff. It's fucking insanity.
Well, I like when he goes to the training mode. It's like, hey, I want to figure out this combo. And then he goes to the training mode. Does it 2 times. It's like, okay, we're good. All right, we're good. Then you don't see it the rest of the day. All right, we're good.
Do you think he's watching? Because I think he's watching that Diaphone video over and over again, and that's it. I can't see him like watching Max.
No, I don't
the
think
Street Fighter
so.
5.
Well, he's clearly
Street Fighter
reading
6,
the titles of those videos. I
Yeah.
think. But like, is he watching
It's the way he
actual
treats Twitter.
content? Yes, exactly.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I lit up when he said
Hovering
that. I was
over
like,
it to get
that's I had an
the preview.
epiphany. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not watching the whole thing. Let me see the title. Put the mouse over it. Okay, well, we got it. We're good.
And he
looks like
probably
a-
absorbed some of Max's information while Ket's listening to it in the next room.
Yes,
You know, he
Kat's in her office, really enjoying watching Max's content. Phil's upstairs, literally crying. Anyways, that's how Phil cries upstairs when Kat's downstairs watching Maximilian Dude. Vike says Phil also says mix up when it's not even close to one. Oh, that's a fighting game word, so he'll throw those out all over the place. Oh, mix up, tech, counter, what? My
tools.
cat
Don't
didn't
forget
come out.
tools. He's got to have the tools.
I have no tools.
Yeah.
He forgot his toolbox on the way to the stream that day. Joey Rivera says he definitely copies other FGC tropes to drop the controller straight out of Black TSP's playbook. And I assume you're talking about LTG there. And yes, that is a classic. And he definitely is not afraid to break out the do you think that guy knows I put the controller down? Boat Knight says $100 says DSP learned flowchart from LTG. That wouldn't surprise me in the least there. And Tony T says his words always come back to gout him.
Not that many
Nice.
mentions of footsies, though. You must be aware of the importance of spacing in fighting games. I expected more.
One day.
Yeah.
One day. Maximus Dude says, Dark Seed Flow, your content is fire. When I saw your Christmas tree special, I realized you have Disney Animator in your future. Wanted to say that. Shout outs to Darksea.
Maybe I have Disney Animator in my past. You don't know.
Ooh.
No. That's actually
You ever
probably
heard
the
of
one.
Walt Disney? That's Darksea's previous name.
That's probably the one big company I haven't worked for, and I'm good. I'm all good.
But go ahead, Sam. Sorry, I cucked you there.
No, it's cool. It was just a quick one. I saw someone else that said that they'd played against him last night as well on Reddit, and saying about how his connection is absolutely terrible. And I know I think this has been established in the past, but
Yeah, definitely.
for someone that has,
Can't
someone that has two internet lines, this is all kind of, I don't know, just kind of hitting home.
I can imagine at some point he realizes, wait, the lag is coming from inside the house.
Fuck. Yeah, 12,000 bit rate because that's important. Remember, he's really getting all that 12K bit rate out of his streams with that 360p video. Oh no, now sorry,
Every
what's it,
one of
720
those
now?
bits.
Oh, needs all of them, of course.
That sounds like the perfect premise for Pixar's hopefully annual Halloween video this year.
I know.
I like that.
Definitely.
No, and since he's winning awards and stealing them from me, fuck him. You go do the work.
Ooh, now we see the real beef. All right, Detractor, the Begamania has a new fight to add to the docket.
If anything's going to start the Civil War, it's going to be your goddamn award. It's going to be.
Yeah, yes.
We say Street Fighter 5. We need to stop that. Get it on Street Fighter 6.
Darksea versus Pixar Animations. That's going to be.
And we'll never know who put the controller down first.
It's just going to be a black screen with two avatars and us grunting for 5 minutes.
Yeah. I think we're ready, Sam, for some messages, if you don't mind. Let's get to it. Make sure I didn't miss anything.
One of them names.
Oh yeah, we'll save that.
Yeah, we got a lot of good names today, that's for sure. Let me see what I got here.
In fact, no, you know what? We'll start with it because we'll do one from today or yesterday-ish, and then maybe we'll skip back. But yeah, this is DSP's surgically restored foreskin.
Hang on, Meth Bear says.
Question is thus.
Oh, sorry. Meth
Karen.
Bear, real quick, says Phil Spurg's like British colonizers when people wouldn't just let them win wars. Seething Karens.
Excuse me, we did actually end up winning those wars, though.
Oh, shots fired.
We did end up having like half the world under our yoke. So
muskets fired.
Not all of them. There's one that you might have lost.
Stop. Go ahead, Sam. Play before we get into Civil War here.
That was a rematch.
There we go.
Hey again, y'all. My question is thus. What is your most personally upsetting moment in DSP's gameplay history? By example, mine would have to be his victory over Ishin in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. as it is bar none my favorite game of all time. And although Phil clearly was using guides, he still somehow managed to get that victory way quicker than he had any business doing. And it left everyone dissatisfied that watched it, especially with how much he bitched about the entire game beforehand and how smug he was when he beat it. So what, if anything, sticks out to y'all that's in that vein?
Good question. Good question. It's one of those ones I wish I had more time, but
It's one of those ones. As soon as you're asked, you just go blank. You just go blank. The only thing I can really think of, because I'm sure he's pissed me off plenty of times, but was when he played Final Fantasy VI a few years ago, because that's my favorite game of all time, and he sat there sharing all of my objectively correct opinions, and I just didn't want to hear them coming out of his mouth. I don't like when we agree about anything.
That's a good one, actually.
I'll say one that I was always hated was when you watched him do like a GTA back in the day, and like he'd finally get it, and the fun's over. Like the amazingness of 20 minutes we just had, all the rage and stuff. Like I'd be like, no, don't cheat. And then you could tell he got like a guide or something. Like, man, fuck that shit, man. You had you were giving us good entertainment for a while, and then you bitched out, and it's like that would piss me off.
I've got a better one. Metroid Dread, the ending of Metroid Dread, when he fucking clearly looked at a guide before he fought the final boss. That's it. I remember being so pissed. Done.
Yeah. ALTs is similar to mine, actually, where it's in MGS 3, and the chat told him about the
the sorrow.
The sorrow. Yeah. That's so fucking bitchy, man. It pisses you off. And also, he had the leeches and stuff on his whole body for so long, and chat told
that was fun.
It's like there's plenty of like completely brain dead, like unbelievably bad moments in that game. It's like, why do you get to be smug about the fact that your chat told you like what was coming up? Like, there's just plenty of other stuff here, Phil. But
his fucking
it's annoying.
His snake went through an odyssey, like leeches half the game, broken legs half the game. He never checks his health of his character. He's trying to push his way through the game.
You just hear his stomach rumbling throughout the thing. Like,
no food ever. Broken leg, leeches just hanging on all over your body. And someone in chat ruins the fucking fun. Douchebag.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen the finale of that. I want to see him do the sniping against Volgan on the Shagohod. I bet that's a fucking gas just watching him try to hit those shots.
Yeah, that and the the whole like last few sections, the fight against Volgin, the boss battle is just
it's painful.
I have seen clips of that of her just judo throwing him into the flowers. And
does not get TQC. It's so bad.
No, I mean I've never obviously never gone and watched the raw videos, 10-minute videos of this, but I'm assuming there's plenty of each of these sections. Like, obviously they get cut down considerably for these videos, but yeah, it must be awful, man.
The one I can think of is in the Resident Evil 4 remake, when he just entered the village. The first half an hour was pure "this is how you don't play." It was so fucking bad. And I remember I was restreaming it at the time, and it was so much fun. It was hilarious. And then eventually, I think somebody in chat told him how to pass it, and he just passed it. And from there on, it was just boring until he got to the water room, where it's just a bunch of water. And then it was just a lot of failing, but the village part, first half an hour was gold. And I think that fits with the ALT's part, where somebody just tells them how to pass it. And if they didn't, it would have been so much more fun, but somebody just hold his hand through it.
Yep.
That village part, the Decepticon and I compared his 3 playthroughs of Resi 4, and that was one of the parts. And the first time he played it, I think he died once, maybe, but he got through it quite all right. The second time, he barely hung on, but he managed to survive it. But he had to die like 5 or 6 times, and it's the same fucking thing. And again, running up the stairs and seeing like the shotgun right in front of him and not going to pick it up like multiple times. It was so bad. But I think for me, I just want to shout out Suburban High, who said the Brits just put the controller down. And my favorite is the crouch jumping.
Crouch jumping.
because
That
it
is
was
one of the best.
like 17 minutes. It's something like stupid, like 17 minutes back and forth, constantly fighting about with like boxes and barrels and things, trying to get up, and then he inevitably has to stop. He has to go look up a guide, and then he's like, check it out, it's a bugged jumping mechanic.
Yeah. He calls it bugged. After the fact, he calls it bugged. Yeah.
It's always been the same. Like, sorry, I think this is the third time I'm bringing up Metal Gear Solid now, but MGS2, where there's like in the "This is how you don't play," there's like a cut between obviously where the two videos happened, and he's like, "I've just been messing around, and it looks like you can actually do cartwheels and crouch and hang off ledges and things like that." And it's like, right, yeah, you've been messing around. Haven't you?
There's a great bit later on in that Black Mesa playthrough when it crashes. And it kicks him back to desktop, and because it's Phil, obviously, like he spent most of the playthrough with the fraps counter running, but he's filming it with his camera.
Oh yeah,
yeah, right. Yeah.
And it kicks him to desktop, and you can see the most recent thing he's looked at is GameFAQs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can think of another one. Since this is what made you irritated when he overcame it. And I remember at the time when he was playing Elden Ring for the first time, everybody was getting salty at Melania for good reason. And people on Kiwi Farms were going batshit crazy about, man, DSP he's going to play her tomorrow and he's going to be the worst. It's going to be like 12 hours in Melania. And he just kind of beat her fairly normally. It wasn't like a long period of time that he spent on that boss. He just kind of overcame it in a normal period of time. Uncharacteristic for DSP.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, man. But I'm pretty sure he looked up some kind of guide because he knows that people are going to be excited for him to fail on it. So he couldn't have that ego hit.
Yep. That's
Well,
why
to be fair,
loves...
Melania is no final secret boss of Kirby Souls, so.
No.
Yeah.
Not that difficult. Come on. I mean, let's get real.
She's not a master level Luke. What are you talking about?
No, she did. How long if you can't sing along? Says big ups. Don't let your dreams be memes, y'all. Yep, that's what we're doing around here. That's why we got the guy in is real now in some form we never could have expected. But all right, we're going good. Good pacing so far.
Yeah, well,
45 minutes in, and we have one question. Yeah, go ahead.
One last thing relating to the Elden Ring thing, which people in chat reminded me of. He had a secret Discord with a secret channel that's called Elden Ring Library, where people were allegedly just feeding him info on how to beat the game. So when he talks about his playthroughs being legitimate and valid, you can think of that and make your own mind up.
Yep.
Shout out to Seal for pointing out he saved it for last because they'd already announced a nerf was coming. So, yeah, there was that.
Same with Radon as well. Dude, the next day after he beat Radon, he had a whole smug pre-stream about how easy he was. And he was like, "Oh my god, that's Radon. That's what people were dying to. Wow, what a bunch of fucking idiots."
Okay. We got 45 minutes in. We got one question done. Pretty good.
Okay.
Sam, pick it up.
I'm gonna pick an old message from Bill Brasky.
Hey, this is Bill Brasky. I got a quick question for you guys. I've been noticing on DSP's Street Fighter stuff that he's getting really, really angry and really, really intense. Now, here's my little tinfoil hat theory: is that Game Tracker, without realizing it, is kind of turning into a detractor because tracking all of DSP's wins and losses is starting to drive him a little bit too crazy right now. What do you guys think?
Interesting.
I don't think it's a track. I think Phil in the end loves the numbers. It's easy way to track it. Like, you know, when you're in elementary school, you might track those kind of like, let's play kickball. I'm going to track all the wins of this summer. And then you track it like you really care about numbers because you're 12. Phil cares about it in that kind of way still. Like, it means something to him to get 1,000 wins. He thinks that's validation for his skills, guys. That's what I think. So I think he likes it in the end. What do you think, though, Steve? You might be a better person to ask about that.
I don't know, because it's like it's the sort of thing that it really should. You can see it. Like you could see somebody like starting thinking, hang on a minute, Phil asks a lot about money, but he doesn't talk about the big money that he gets. Right, I'm going to keep a track on how much he makes, and then that ends up turning you into a detractor, and before you know it, you piece, because you know you can sort of like seeing numbers is different. Seeing things put into numbers sort of like hammers it home. So it's like when instead of seeing like $20 from Game Tracker or whatever, you see $1,100 a month, and you're like, wow, that's a lot. It's sorry, 11,000 a month. Sorry, and you're like, wow, that's a lot. So it should, but I mean, I don't know. That way, madness lies. So I don't know why he just doesn't go off the fucking games. The game does it for you. Why bother?
Has he shown that on screen yet? Like, has he acknowledged that?
He shows Game
No.
Cucker's version, which is the made up one which of course doesn't include. There's a few I know this is very petty, but there's a few characters he hasn't played, boys. I think he hasn't played 4 characters. Let me know, guys. But would you guess he hasn't played the 2? What the internet might call the 2 hottest characters. Somehow they haven't got played yet. I never would have guessed that.
You mean he's not played Kami?
No, not yet. It's just weird. It's really weird. He hasn't played that. Or the Asian style with the feet, which is kind of cool too, I heard. But
I think he's probably just trying to keep Derek in control in the chat. Jury might be the breaking point.
Yeah. Derek would just be there for every fucking stream.
The bus heard around the world.
You'd think like Slayer would be more of a risk because like Jury's Korean, isn't she?
Oh God, right? Yeah, I never think about that.
Yeah.
That wheelchair wouldn't need electricity for a few days after that. He'd have the full propulsion scheme under control with that. Anyways, D-Dog, big up, says, I like how he confused the Super Mario Brothers movie with his garbage disposal. I think he thought Mario and Luigi worked on the disposal 3 years ago. So much hate on the movie. Hold on to that thought. Hold on to that thought, because...
Are we getting to that?
We're going to get to that. Edging you even further. Jay Ruiz in the house says, what has DSP said that boils your blood? For me is when he says he's not poor and then gives a smirk look and snake laugh. Also, Derek merch coming soon. Derek merch is not coming. Derek is coming. Derek merch is not coming. It's not in the pipeline now. It's in different pipes right now. Not the production pipeline. I'll stop. We'll see. So what does Derek DSP say that boils your blood? I think there's so many really. The kiss of cat when he has the smug face on. Yeah. That takes away all meaning of it. When it's like this kiss right for me means literally nothing. I just want to show you that she's doing it and I'm better than you. Let's go, cat. Do your part. Remember, you're living here now. This is part of the contract, bitch. Let's go. That's what it felt like to me. Any other one else about the boys? What do you think?
Yeah, I got one. It's I've said this before, but the one time I legitimately got like pissed off on stream was watching him talk about Panda Lee and the emergency room thing. And when he said he felt manipulated by her, that's when it legit fucking pissed me off.
Yeah.
Manipulated by her. Yeah.
Like, it's not just the give her a pill and all, it's everything after it. It's I was depressed and that's why she made me depressed. So that's why I was masturbating. It's all that. It's like you said, she manipulated me into it because why would she still have me as her emergency contact and all that stuff? Yeah. Fuck. It's anything to do with Panda. And it's like, fuck you, mate.
When a 41-year-old says, I was manipulated by how old was she at that point? When they were together, I guess it was whatever it was.
Something.
She's a master manipulator if she's manipulating someone 15 years older than her. But, I mean, DSP has the mental capacity. He might be able to be manipulated by younger people, so I don't know. Iviga says DSP couldn't handle Cammy's cheeks. No, he can't handle those. That's for sure. He can't handle the British style cheeks there. Barrett Wells says him saying devs are no talents when DSP can only make mistakes boils my blood. That's a good one too. When he says devs suck, like that's Nintendo devs suck, and Kojima sucks. That's why this how you don't place are here is because he said Kojima sucks. He's a piece of shit. Never be born. I'm gonna go kill Kojima because all these ideas.
What?
But those ideas are what made his fucking career. Let's get it straight.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's just it's typical Phil.
Did he say he want to go kill Kojima?
Okay, I can't promise you. He said I want to go kill Kojima. He wanted to kill some people that worked on the game. That is for sure. I don't want to say a quote that it's not. I don't want to misquote it. There was talk of killing the developers. I know that. I don't know if it was Kojima or the developers. Chat, you can help me out there with the exact word.
I believe that was the Lords of Shadow playthrough, which is I'm a big Castlevania fan, so that one pisses me off every time I watch it too.
I got a good quote, and it's a direct quote because I remembered it because it's really fucking good. He was playing WWE, I think 2K12, or as it was called, WWE 12, and one of the episodes of that playthrough starts with, "If you worked on this part of the game, you're a worthless human. I don't like worthless humans. Go kill yourself." That's a direct quote. You can find it. You can literally look it up in Pig Go.
Big ups in chat to the terrorist organization Skype. That's based on.
It's so wide to bring that up.
That is awesome. That's an awesome Dead Sea Scrolls reference because Phil said Skype is what did he say, Steve? I don't want to say it incorrectly.
It's basically terrorism.
It's basically terrorism. Yes, Skype is basically terrorism. That's what Phil Burnell said. And this is old Phil. This is 2015 Phil. We're talking 7 years ago.
Well,
Phil.
I mean, last week is old Phil. Let's be
true,
honest.
too. It was a character. It was a character, to be fair. But still, he said that Skype is like terror, basically terrorism. So that's what that reference.
Joey Rivera's got a good one in the chat too. Whenever he gives life advice, like he's successful in any way, is infuriating.
Business side, Phil. Yeah.
Do you operate a household? That.
How to spend credit cards.
Yeah, well, exactly. There are some points like about talking about credit cards and how they're bad for you and how you can get into huge debt. I would rather listen to him than somebody who's never had a credit card before, because who else would know if not Darkside Phil? So in this case, I understand him. But there's a lot of cases when he talks about, that's just life, man. Sometimes, you wake up and your garbage disposal is broken because your wife put a whole fucking eggplant down it.
She did. Phil did. Don't blame her. That's all Phil. He said it himself. He said when they have vegetables, you put them in that thing. That's the craziest part of it all. Full vegetables, full carrot.
Well, what was the term he was using for it? It wasn't garbage disposal. He was like a food destroyer or some shit like that.
I forget what it was. Chat,
but it's a fundamental misunderstanding. Like, I have one of those that I use. It's to take care of small bits from the end of your meal, not entire. It reminds me of, have you ever seen the Mr. Show movie, Run, Ronnie, Run? There was Bob Odenkirk. He's playing this salesman. There's a great scene at the beginning of the movie where he is selling a machine called the Fooderator, and the gag is that it absolutely destroys food, and he just puts entire meals into it and grinds it up. I gotta get a clip of that because it's Phil. It's just Phil.
Dude, and it's totally fine. It's what makes it even worse is that he's putting complete vegetables in there.
He is definitely doing this as well.
That's bad enough. Okay, he admitted to that. So that's what we know he's doing at the best, right? It might be even worse than that. He might just pour, whole fields of potatoes in there. But remember this. He has a special trash can for green refuse is what it's called. That is for vegetables and shit. So where he lives offers him the answer to this problem, but he chooses to just push it down that fucking food disposal. And he says it's just a random thing that happens. Oops, it broke.
It's my favorite part about all this is it all came about because he's too lazy to do his recycling properly.
Yeah.
He's too lazy to just put all the food stuff in the one little green bin that you put at the end of your kitchen. You put it at the end of your side, and then you take the bag out and you put it in your green bin, and then put that out with your recycling. He's too lazy to properly recycle.
I think everything's so weirdly scheduled for him that he just goes grocery shopping on his day off, buys all this stuff because he says that he has a cooked meal every day. We cook every day, but if you're doing that, then clearly you're buying too much, because every week he's making it also sound like it's a routine thing for him to, at the end of the week is my garbage disposal day, where he
looks like a. Can you imagine him walking to that disposal? He looks like a farmer. He's carrying his veggies. Tough week. This is gonna take forever. Sorry, cat.
It's like
Jasper.
It's like, I mean, obviously, it just sounds like he's intending to cook every day, but then they don't. They DoorDash every day, and
Now
then
you're getting it.
then you know, he's got his entire fridge. You know, I'm imagining like both of, I don't know how fridges are in America, but I'm imagining both of those plastic boxes at the bottom shelf full of fruit and veg, like just carrying them
I think
over.
he's got raw chicken that's gone bad, smells like pure sulfur, and he's just jamming it down there.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Also, you guys know about that ground meat that he threw out that one time back in the day. So you got to start thinking: is that how he treats like leftover food that is to be cooked into something? We just like, oh well, I don't need it for this meal, so down the food processor it goes.
Down the toilet or down the sink is always one of the answers.
Anything that can't be flushed, bring it over, honey.
Yeah. Any goal's a goal.
I think that's the case. I think here you go, super chat there from Anime 109. I think that says it all for me. I think he probably does put the paper plates down it. What else
my
would
God.
he
Oh, yeah. You know his bacon grease is going down there. That went down the toilet is now going down there. And think of what it's doing to those blades and those pipes and
All right,
those
here's
wiring.
this is a legitimate question. Corn on the cob, is it getting to the food processor or the trash can?
Food processor, it's food. It's
I'd
right
agree.
down
I think
there.
he tried it once and it worked, and he doesn't consider degradation. He's just like, well, it's going to work. It worked once, it'll always work.
I think Kat used to eat them whole, but then it was bad for her health, so they just started shoving him down.
All right, Sam, could we get official warning on Meerkat, please? Warning.
I know you're touchy on this subject, but if you hear the latest Snortwave song, you're gonna be very mad at me. It's called Five Guys.
I was like,
hey, great burgers, okay? Great burgers.
Yeah. I saw you like because people were asking for it to be played on WPIG, and I hadn't listened to it, and then I checked it out before the stream. I was like, oh shit, I'll put it in the playlist for before this stream, and I listened to like the first 30 seconds. I was like, yeah, maybe not.
No. It has an 18+ mark on the cover for a reason.
Okay.
Well, I'm excited because I'm going to scoop you. It's literally at the top of my playlist for my stream tonight. It's already there. So
I haven't heard it yet. I was on WPIG duty, guy. I have not heard the new hotness yet, so I'm gonna hear it later and cry upstairs or downstairs, depending.
Just waving so that we know at this point in the stream, like, Dad, don't.
Yeah.
Stop listening.
Ira, big ups. Dreaded Ed, big ups. Everyone becoming a member, of course. Thanks so much, everybody. You're all legends. Of course, I'm not shouting out appropriately as always, but you're all legends.
I'm gonna give them shout outs in the end. I'll go through all of them.
Don't forget it. Ira says his obsession, real quick, Steve. His obsession with fresh is taking one bite and dumping it into the magic foodnator. Exactly. We always want fresh ingredients, guys. You know,
dude. That's actually a great point. What if he just like eats it when it's fresh, and then once you put it in the fridge after it's been had like a piece eaten from it, it's not fresh anymore, so it's bad for you. So you terminate it down the food processor disposal device.
I just love the idea that it's just what adults do. We go out for grocery shopping, put the fruit and veg in the fridge, and then like 7 days later leave it there, and then we put it in the garbage disposal. That's it.
I mean, it makes an odd amount of sense when you consider how little, like, what does he get, 1 trash can a month or whatever he always complains about. So I guarantee at some point he took stock of everything in his house and he said, what can go in there and what can't, because everything possible is going down that fucking sink.
Oh God, Phil Collins. Now we know where the hamsters went. How dare you?
No. What if he gets the extra expensive paper plates because they're biodegradable, so he can shove them down there, and then they're just gonna evaporate. Yeah. They're just gonna vanish.
Oh, that's fine, honey. They're so biodegradable. Throw it down, honey.
Now they just need like a confetti coming back.
Can you imagine those poor workers that went there? Like, excuse me, sir, this is in very bad shape. What happened? I'm putting my food down there. They're like, that's why that guy just dipped out, didn't work on it. He's like,
no,
I'm not
that
doing
didn't
shit.
happen. He said rust is normal, sir. I heard it.
Rust is normal. Yeah, rust is normal. Totally cool. Like, whatever.
I have a kind of weird like perspective on this whole thing as well, because I don't think we don't really have those in the UK, right, Steve? These garbage things.
They're rare,
so I don't think I've ever actually seen one used, and my only experience in so how I'm picturing him is from my. I'll get my words out in a sec. I'm basically at the start of Zack McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders, which is a point and click adventure game from the late 80s. It's a LucasArts game. There's you can put bread down one, and that's my only experience. So I'm imagining that's how I see this whole thing.
Yeah, Japan doesn't have them either, and I was kind of like, "What? How do you not have this?" For me, it's so normal, but yeah, I guess a lot of people don't have it. Like, it's just the blades that rotate and break your food up, and they go down the pipes peacefully. As long you're not supposed to put fucking solids in there. You put little tiny stuff, and they say don't put bad shit in there. Like you're not supposed to even put like eggshells in there because that can fuck the blades up and shit. But
it's like Darcy said. Yes, as you're about to wash up, there's still a bit of food on that into it, and then
everything big trash can, and then you wash your dishes, and then there's some random shit in there that it takes care of. But
so just so that I've got the full picture.
Oh God!
Does it?
Go ahead.
So you say it goes down the pipes.
The full picture.
Well, I know. So it goes into like plumbing basically.
Yes, it goes into
you don't
plumbing,
see it ever again. Okay. So what's Phil saying about it coming out? Like does it?
Well, I'm guessing that Phil's was so fucked up that food had nowhere to go, so it's spinning like crazy, and it's building up. The speed has to come up somewhere if it can't go down. Most go down.
Okay, because I was imagining him having some way of like having a bucket full of it, so he could put that in the trash. But never mind.
Oh right, like emptying a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, that's what I was picturing.
No.
Right.
For him, it's like getting rid of trash literally into the pipes, right? His pipes are.
And then it goes away.
Wait until the pipe arc. That's going to be a big one. When his pipes are completely fucked.
I'm telling you, like the Dynarod pulled less meat out of the drains at Cranley Gardens than there currently is in Phil's. That's a serial killer reference. It's a particularly British one, but still, the point is there is so much shit in those drains because there is no way he has maintained them at all.
Hell no.
And he will probably still blame the people that lived there previously.
Yeah, and he's so proud of this information. That's what I love too. He's so proud of us telling his story about this. Like, let me tell you the story. You're gonna love this, guys. Super interesting. So I was, about an hour into my session of getting rid of the food that I was gonna throw away yesterday, and something happened. Like, dude, it's not normal behavior. I know you think it is, but can you imagine him standing there with his farmer's hat on? I would have had a farmer's hat, overalls. Hang on, Hattie, get there, take care of the food right now. Pushing it down with like a stick, like hang on, Annie, we got this.
He's literally just taking it right out of the package, like ripping the package.
Yeah.
This one's in a bag. It's fine.
I do want to make a request if I could, or not to any of you, but if Lefty's in the chat, Lefty made me an excellent how-to video earlier today on that DSP's new intro thing that Sam was fucking around with. Lefty, if you could please make, because I think you have a future in this, make a DSP style how-to video on garbage disposals for Sam, and I will pay to watch a stream where Sam watches that video.
Yeah. You see, it's a.
Related to this, I want to give a shout out to Theo, who does fantastic unboxings and reviews as Dark Side Theo, and the dude is in character for like 20 plus minutes. It's some shit that I couldn't even think of achieving. That's really commendable. And also I wanted to mention he was DSP was so smug and he was so proud of getting the high-end food disposal unit. It's almost like it has like a digital display that gives you an achievement every time you shove like 15 whole chickens down it or something.
But he was proud of it after cheaping out twice. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
I like that his cat was ill and he needed to be told by chat to take him to the vet. And he'd scheduled this for his day off to be one of his bills. But fuck, I might have to do the recycling properly, disrupt the streams for this. I won't take 50k for Keemstar, but my food disposal, I take it to the bins. Fuck that. Get someone in here to fix this now. I am not putting it in a green bag and putting it in that bin like a fucking commoner. Get this done.
Got time for that shit.
That's so true. Everything he has is high end, according to him. And like the grill, like he's got some sort of weird like obsession with having like. Yeah, he's got
the like entry model. That's shit to him. That is for poor people and poor people alone.
Charcoal.
Charcoal.
Does he even
What's
have
the
a
problem,
grill?
dude? No.
I didn't know he did.
We were talking about when he was 26 years old and wanted to have a party at his parents' house. He had to con his dad into buying a grill because look, did they have a grill? You might be asking. Yes, they did, but it was charcoal. Who the fuck wants a charcoal grill? Get that shit out of here. Get me gas. You think this is a joke? What the fuck is wrong with you? Charcoal.
I need that extra place to put the burgers so the cheese can melt on them.
Yeah. Get the fuck out
so
of
much
here.
fucking happens every week that I just fucking forget things. Like you brought it, I was like, oh, the Dead Sea Scrolls. I watched that.
What the fuck is wrong with you, charcoal? What do you think we are? Peasants? Charcoal.
Oh, go on, Mika.
Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
I was just going to say it's a really interesting look into his psyche. The whole like to see it written down instead of listening to him waffling on, like seeing his thought process behind like planning a party, which is obviously something we never get anymore. And it's just like a party to DSP, like is you know, he's loving it. He's loving the planning. He's loving like writing big lists of all my games, and it's just
paragraphs of writing. Everyone else is like, dude, all right, Saturday, you guys coming? Cool. That's how it starts and ends.
Yeah, sweet.
Phil's is like 18 posts long. I'm like, all right, here's the games that I got. I got a full set of Guitar Hero 1, Guitar Hero 2. I got
here's the updated guest list.
Yeah.
So good. So good. I mean, you can just hear his friends are like, you know, their friends are like, oh yeah, Phil, cool. You know, doing good, buddy.
Oh, you got Rock Band. Great.
Yeah, great. Cool. Go ahead.
Hey,
Someone's
going
gonna
to
talk.
chill at Phil's.
And actually, Sam is wrong. DSP had a party very recently, and it was called DSP's DSP, the Digital Summer Party, where his wife, she cooked dinner for everybody that only he ate, and they played games and they chilled, and he didn't even need to scam anybody for a barbecue. Which
I gotta correct you. She didn't cook dinner. She cooked American style fare.
Yes, that was fair food. American style fair food.
These terms matter. They're important. God damn it!
The fact
just
that,
like the post, there was hours of pre-stream.
Exactly. It's. I think it's meant to be the fact that there was that party being talked about on the Dead Sea Scrolls, and that, you know, the what we saw the other week, the DSP's DSP. It was just like. I think I'm gonna make it a focal point of a video at some point in like next year. Next year.
That's the next 2030 or so. It's gonna drop. It's gonna be hot. So get ready for that.
Once I've made the follow up to direct capture, I'll get on it.
Summer of 2030, boys. We're gonna get Sam's new video. It's gonna be awesome. So 7 years from now, we're gonna get that. And also, we need to follow up to direct capture. Is that in the works? Can we ask that, Sam?
Well, no, not officially, but it's like. I was thinking about it earlier, and I was like, oh, yeah, that'd be a good idea. I might do that.
Well, he didn't promise Direct Capture 2 technically. He promised a Direct Capture 2 trailer.
Yes, that's true.
But don't worry, guys. Steve's next video is going to be 7 years long. So by the time you finish it, Sam's new video is going to have come out.
Yeah,
we got you covered the next 7 years. Don't worry.
There is that much to say about his attitudes towards sex. There is.
Oh God. Nixon does it in the house. Says he's LARPing as Catwoman in Batman Returns with the stuffed animals down the disposal. Nice.
Oh,
Profit.
okay. Yeah, I have seen a garbage disposal then. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
There you go. Profit says, this is from Profit. Profit is the one saying these following words, not ALT Insider. Profit. He says, well, T wasn't cremated or buried. Phil had to dispose of the body somehow.
Told you. Cranley Gardens.
That was from Profit, not from ALT Insider. That was from Profit. Chef D says, it's part of all my staff's onboarding, not to dump crap down the disposals. And those are the industrial ones. But this dude, Chef D, if your name is any telling of us of your career of a chef, you know not to dump crap down the disposal. But Phil didn't get that message.
You have like a fucking bin in the kitchens for that. Like when stuff gets returned or it's brought right straight in that bin and then stuff goes to be washed.
Yeah, I just know it is most of the stuff he buys just goes like it doesn't. That shit doesn't go in the bin. That's all getting shoved down there. And I'm imagining for most people, it's like like you said, you know, you scrape your plate into it, like at the end of a meal, whatever, that kind of thing. It's not like lobbing fruit and veg into it.
No.
You essentially use it so you don't have to pick all of the stuff out of the sink after you wash the dishes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah. You know, I think Sam is right, because those gated communities, they have a pretty small garbage bin because, you know, they're fancy like that. They're not some of those third world places. And if he fills up the garbage bin too much, he'll have to go to the dump, and he doesn't want to go to the dump, so he dumps it all in the disposal unit. That's a 4D strategy right there.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, am I the only one who, for some weird reason, just really wants to be a fly on the wall when he goes to the dump? Like, I just want to watch the trip, and I don't know why, but I have a feeling it's fucking hilarious.
I think that just goes for anything, man.
Yes,
like,
goes for any trip. You can say any store. I want to watch it.
I want to be in the house when he does, because I want to know what she's like on her own when he's gone. Like, does she like crack open a book and like get some like, oh, finally I can relax now, I can put my feet up.
Yeah. She turns off Skyrim quick, gets the book out, you know.
No, you know what
Finally,
I'm
I can
imagining?
stop this nonsense. All right, let me read my favorite book.
I'm imagining they've got that weird, like they've got whatever the relaxing music is that they supposedly listen to, and she's like, Alexa, stop, and then she's like, Alexa, play Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Alexa, please don't do that. Alexa, cancel.
I was going to make a joke too, but mine's sitting 2 feet away. I stopped.
Mine's downstairs, so like from like, Alexa, play Slayer.
I know we've talked about this before, but I would like to live in his walls for a week and gaslight him into thinking that he's being haunted. The pre-streams we would get out of this shit would be worth the week in his walls. With just a bottle of water and fucking Chex Mix or some shitty snack like that.
Like, dude, if we had a film of him just like videotape, this sounds very stupid. I'm just saying, like, imagine you could see him in the grocery store. Imagine for some random reason you go to the grocery store and Phil Burnell is there. Like, that would be the most entertaining time. I can't imagine anything funnier. Like, just watching him walk with that cart, you know?
I mean, admittedly, just watching him walk around his house would be good enough now that I really think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just anything.
Can you imagine, right? He's pushing the trolley down the aisle, and then he notices, oh, something that I want is here. He has to stop and then turn. That turn.
Then he scowls at the store brand of everything that he passes, and he goes to find the most expensive version.
Excuse me, sir. I'll take your finest, whatever he needs. Turkey meatballs, please, sir. Oh, we don't have those today. Oh, you don't have
cursed woman.
Yes, how dare you? First, Phil says, hey, LT, does a Capricorn and Taurus mesh well romantically? Also, when they created the astrological chart for signs, did you sign it? 6 out of 10. A valiant effort. Go ahead, Sam. So now we've talked for more than an hour. We have 2 messages in now. We're doing great. We're going to get to all the messages for sure. 100% chance of that happening.
Great talking, though. That's content. You can't find this anywhere else, where you send us a message and we literally don't listen to it, but we talk about stuff that you might have asked in the message. Who knows?
I feel like this is like when Phil tells his audience, no, you shouldn't actually be trying to fight me on Street Fighter. You should just be using like the characters that you're not good with so I can win. Don't fucking talk on the podcast, shut up.
It's like a gotcha system. We might pull your question out of the hat, but we never know how the bulls are going.
Unlike that other podcast with the one guy who looks really rough and he's balding, we're actually having a discussion here.
Yes. Retro says the human trash can't dispose his own trash. Hey, it just takes a lot of garbage disposals, but it eventually disposes. It's been 8 years and he's on his 3rd one. That's good.
Yeah, it eventually happens one way or another.
Very clearly can dispose of his trash. He knows very well where it's going.
I guess he might think that you're supposed to throw it out when it gets full. So he just fills it up and then just replaces it.
Like, what if that wasn't rust? It's like just tomato juice or something from like, you know, like just doing juice down there, like juice maker of a food disposal.
Do you think that's why his vacuum cleaner broke? He never emptied the bag.
Dude, I guarantee he's running over like everything. Like, don't worry, honey, that takes care of that. And it's like over like gravel outside and stuff.
Yeah.
he's doing his grass outside. That'll work, honey. Just keep pushing it.
For some reason, I picture
Like
whole
quick-
gigantic hunks of cheese just sitting on the floor. He's like, well, if I run it over, it'll break it up a little bit, and then it'll take it.
Yeah.
Jasper's been sick there. Don't worry, I'll take it.
Hang on, Jasper. Let's clean you off too.
Well, to be fair, I have had the thoughts to that detail, but I always stop short of doing it because it's stupid.
That's your mistake. That's why he doesn't clean up the ant poison, because he's rolled over it with the vacuum enough times. He thinks it's clean now, even though it's clearly still there. It's clean enough. No one needs it.
It's now part of the floor.
Oh,
Rolled it in enough.
What else broke? The washing machine? Got what? Who knows what they put in there? You know, like a whole couch cushion or something. Like, this to clean it off, honey. Just throw it in. And
not even taking the cover off. Yeah, the quill.
It's bouncing around. You know, gagung, gagung. That's okay, honey. Gagung, gagung.
They're throwing the horseshoes inside all
Hey,
four.
careful. I was with you till then.
So you're talking about the ant poison, and now I'm putting that in the grocery store together in my head, and him not being able to get what he wants. Picture the day the Jasper's dead stream, and he gets on, and he's going to tell the story about what happened to Jasper, and he's like, I went to the store, and all they had was the what would you call it? Tart version. It wasn't sweet.
Yeah.
I only ever buy the sweet, and I didn't notice they sold me the salty version, and he ate it up, and now he's dead.
So get this, they changed brands of ant poison, and this one apparently is tart. I don't know.
They took all the sugar out.
How
was
should
I
I know
supposed to
this?
know? Nobody told me.
Nothing I did wrong.
Well, they've changed the recipe.
How is Jasper supposed to know that? How? I mean, he doesn't like sweet. But
Just imagining that whole thing being like a segment on his podcast, and then you just schedule as per usual.
It's gonna be someday, and there's gonna be a story. It's not just going to be Jasper passed away. We may even get like DSP's RIP, where he has a whole stream.
Yes, please, R.I.P.
That's a skit on WPIG.
Oh, God,
we need to write that.
DSP's R.I.P. That he's after it. All right. Oh, now, guys, schedule talk.
Now, for those of you who don't know, Jasper was a cat, and we got him a long time ago. I think it was back in 2000, and when was it? We see, everybody was okay with it. We knew, everybody knew. There was no $1,000, $2,000. That's bullshit. Anybody saying that will be banned from this funeral.
Oh God,
So,
yeah.
you know.
Anyone saying 2,000 is banned. Like the number 2 will be banned from chat. Like 2. It's like you don't want to get started on that. Yeah.
And by the way, Final Fantasy 18 comes out next week at the same time as Diablo 5. I don't understand.
It really was a bad time for Jasper to die when I'm juggling this many games. So...
Speaking of stuff that boils my blood, there you go. When he makes the argument that executives from different game companies should be sitting together and discussing their release schedules.
Such a normal practice. Hey boys, when you're releasing your game that's going to change the fucking world next, we just want to know so we can, sync up our release dates. Hey, what do you say, boys? Yeah.
What's that? Normal. You release a Diablo Wednesday. Can we do Wednesday?
Yeah.
See, the guys over at FromSoft, they've got something coming out on the Thursday. Could you wait? Could you do Thursday?
Oh yeah.
How long do you think it'll take Phil to finish Diablo 5? We got to give him time.
Hey, Mr. Miyamoto, how much content, talking about not side content, main content is in Tears of the Kingdom, please? Not side content. Phil hates that shit. You know that. Don't fuck around.
We're talking about meaningful here.
Miyamoto's like, it takes about 20 hours. No, meaningful content, Shigeru. Stop fucking around. You know what we're talking about here?
But when Jasper passes, in relation to the previous segment, DSP is going to make an Amazon wish list with things that Jasper would have wanted him to have. And he'll be like, guys, Jasper would have wanted me to have this 65-inch 4K TV. Come on. He loved the TV. He loved watching Cat play video games. Come on. We need to respect Jasper.
I disagree. I actually think the wish list will just be a new cat. Just like everything else. The TV breaks, buy me a new one, and Amazon can fuck up the delivery. They'll throw the new cat over the fence.
We got to choose our next cat. We're gonna choose one on stream. So I'm gonna open up the website.
Now, guys, we need to have a long discussion over the next couple of weeks. Do we want a long hair or a short hair?
Yeah.
If you guys want me to get a tuxedo cut, I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
Just tell me. I want your feedback. I'm a sponge right now.
No.
So you guys,
But we need to make a determination today.
Did you guys see the other day he had to have a disinfection break because Jasper scratched him?
Yeah!
This is the funniest shit I've seen.
That cat, I know he lives in a dirty household, but he doesn't go anywhere. It's not that big a deal. Maybe I'm crazy, but Steve and Sam and other cat owners, when my cat scratches me, I'm not, I mean, you think about cleaning it, but I'm not like, oh, code red, I got to wash right the fuck now. You do that?
No, not at all. For me, this was up there with the weird little things he does, like the putting the paper back and things like that, like making a weird big deal out of nothing.
Yeah. Like you won't mute your mic while you snort to clear your mouth, but like the little scratch, like, oh, got to stop the stream and disinfect this now, like.
It's like, is something wrong with it? Like, is Jasper poisonous or something? We don't know about it?
Yeah, like, how bad is the state of the floor if you're carrying the risk of infection? From your cat. Like,
it was really weird. It was like, there was no thinking involved. It wasn't like a decision for Phil. He knew in his mind, like, oh, I got to go disinfect it. That was really strange.
Jasper might have stepped in the ant poison, though. So he might actually be toxic.
Jasper, why
well, but it wasn't roach poison, so we'll be okay.
Yes.
Again, though, like nothing going on in his life. This is a big moment for him. This is, oh, there's something interesting's happening here. Got to make the most of this. Like, got to stand up. And...
That's like the marquee story at the dinner talk, like that's it. Like, what happened today? Well, let me tell you, honey, you're going to love this part. And she's just like checked out already, but he's still talking, like, well, Jasper scratched me. Of course, I disinfected honey for you. Whatever, Phil. Yeah.
King Jad caught that bit and he slowed it down, and it was a work of art. It was glorious. Just seeing him going, well, talking about Blanca and it was fucking amazing.
I do want to point out you missed a pretty amazing $5 super chat that I don't want to go missing.
Okay, I'll take care. I'll read all the stuff we got here.
Okay,
we
got I just saw that one that cracked
Chris
me.
Mike Crawford says, I can't wait for the DoorDash grocery saga. Oh, that's happening. Swaggy Davis Jr., big ups Darksley and the Fantastic Four. Big ups to Swaggy Davis Jr., of course. Barrett Wells says, obviously that's how they clean the litter box. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, God. Litter box. Hang on, honey. Pour it in.
It's like fucking weeks worth of shit just getting shredded.
Jasper needs to escape too now. Jasper, get out, man. Retro Dude Man says maybe he believes his trash is meaningful garbage. Probably. It's very meaningful.
Well, you know what they say? One man's trash is another man's treasure, but they never said that the one man and the other man are the same guy. So,
dude, what if here's a thought? What if the vacuum cleaner was broken? What if the vacuum cleaner and washing machine got broken because he tried to wash the vacuum in the washing machine?
I was going to say the same thing about 5 minutes ago, and I stopped myself. I was like, nah, that's not funny at all.
You can't rule it out for sure. It's not out of the question.
So he tried to clean the garbage disposal with the shower, and that's why all the pipes connected. He pulled it out from the bathroom all the way downstairs.
Sprayed it over there.
There is no denying this episode has gone completely off the rails, but it is a one-liner factory. No, yes. I'm saying it's a good thing.
This is a good
Clip
good
the
episode.
Fuck out of this. You could build a soundboard off this episode.
I would like to claim all the credit from saying that the whole load goes to the children in the beginning. It started all of this.
That's true, no doubt. No one can argue that. Everyone understands that, I think. Tyler C says DoorDash container and all down the hatch. Yeah, like the whole bag. Just throw it down. Can you imagine?
See, make up. Why are you trying to one-up us? Why are you trying to be like, oh, I did the funniest things? It's just for fun. Why do you have to tell your main? Why can't you let us be funnier?
Yeah. By the way, Steve, I wrote that joke.
Steve wrote the jokes.
Steve wrote the jokes, but he distributed them unevenly. So there you go.
I think there's like a life cycle to the vacuum cleaner. I think he put it in the washing machine, and then that broke. Like, because the vacuum cleaner was broken at that point, so he put it in the washing machine. Maybe that'll clean it, but then that broke the washing machine.
Yeah.
And then
so he took it up to wash it in the bath.
Yeah, mate. Tried to put it in the shower. And then at the end, he just got the whole thing and tried to put it all in the garbage.
We've cracked it, man. That's it.
That's it. We figured it out. Black Mage 6666 says my TISM style dream is if I was Saudi oil baron or something would be to hire a private investigator to follow Phil on a few days off just to see how he behaves in public. Well, that's some kind of dream.
There's one more connection you could make, and it's that instead of having normally he would take it to the shop to complain to a manager, but the wheel was stolen off the car. So we had to have
there we go.
Yeah. AJ says, "Oh my God, this is the one. That's the one Darksy saw.
The one.
For $1,000, I'll reveal a surprise. Surprise! It's dead Jasper."
Oh my God.
It's a real negative. It's something negative for the streams, guys. This
and 2 days before, everybody was on stream going, "Is Jasper dead?" Nobody's guessing it, you guys.
Guys, I've got him, he's doing the Monty Python thing, and he's going to chat no, chat. He's not dead. He's sleeping.
Yeah.
Say, Kamari, if I see this pining for the fjords thing one more time, I'm just going to ban you. He's not an ex-cat. No, right? I'm just going to ban you.
Yeah. He's going to ban all the skull emojis from chat. That's going to be a ban emoji.
Dude, here's one thing you can bet your ass on. I will bet my life on this. Jasper will be a banned word in DSP's chat at some point in the future. 100%. Jasper will be a banned word on DSP Gaming in the future. Okay, that's a promise.
But what if they taxidermy him and he puts him like Potion? So Potion's gonna be behind him on the shelf, and Jasper's gonna sit here like this with the declawed fingers.
No, they wouldn't do this. That's hurtful. That's hurtful. You'd be like this. Come on.
Well, we'll just come up with our own detractor spelling of his name, and he can ban that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Dead Alex.
But he'd be like one of them bad bad taxidermy pictures, like he won't get it done properly, so bits would be falling off.
Didn't we bring this up the other day where we were talking about him doing it himself or something?
Oh,
it would be like it would be like Velcroed together or something.
Like Carl Tanzer, that it'd be like, I couldn't find any what is it, the chemical they use, so I just used newspaper. I just stuck it full of newspaper. There was some cat litter that's absorbent. I put it in there as well, so it should hold.
Big ups, Big Leon in the chat. Your Jasper died.
How do we even get to this point? How do we? What?
A long and winding road.
Dead Alex says he's going to add sugar in Jasper's grave for sweetness. Okay.
Oh my God.
Bill Brasky says cat off camera making cat noises. He spoke.
She's just there going meow. Can't be asked.
Can you imagine?
Whatever. Meow.
Jasper gets a vest goal. The taxidermy Jasper on the couch. What vest is good from today? Here we go. Here's the silver one.
He just has a little crank, and Jasper kind of gets pulleyed up behind the back of his chair over his shoulder. Taxidermy Jasper.
I'm really excited for this one. We've got new tip animations. The clips of Jasper at $5, $10, $25, $50, $100, $150. I hope we'll see them all today. It would be good to remember Jasper that way.
Yeah. Oh God, can you imagine? He would definitely monetize the fuck out of a dead Jasper. Down 4 Punch Legend says my holy grail DSP is seeing one of his school pictures. Just imagine 2nd grade missing teeth and the Olin Mills laser background. I can't imagine. I know what you're talking about. We had school pictures that had interesting backgrounds. If you see online now, they look like very 90s style.
Yeah.
And that'd be hype. Iviga says Jasper passed away. This is worse than losing my diamond rank as Blanca in Street Fighter 6. Please tip. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I'm sorry. And he would say some bullshit. Oh God, we should do. That's too fucked up. But we should guess the eulogy that Jasper would have? What? Like, guess the eulogy that what Phil's gonna say about Jasper. I bet I can make a pretty fucking good one.
I think Kaiser should just write it and perform it.
Yes,
Write and
go ahead,
perform the
Kaiser,
Jasper
please.
eulogy.
Like, he'd say shit like, "Some of you I know just don't know about animals and never had connection with animals, and I hope you do. I hope you do someday have a connection like I had with Jasper, because it really is special and it really added to my life." Yeah.
Everyone who met Jasper knew him as a mojito kitty or a party kitty. He was that sort of cat. He touched our lives.
God, that's not gonna happen. But Bob Starsky says Phil's gonna install a machine into dead Jasper for bubbles to come out of his mouth. Jasper, if you could hear us, Y2J, we're just kidding, man. You're a legend for us. I know Meerkat hates you, but for us, we like you. Cat
I don't hate him.
You're not a fan of Jasper. Be honest. Just be honest.
No, I don't mind Jasper. I'm annoyed by his presence on the screen. When he derails everything and it makes something that is already padded out and obnoxious even more padded out and more obnoxious. And it doesn't even do anything. He doesn't even meow. Or as DSP would say, speak. But he doesn't even do that.
It's the fact that he calls him Jasper Kitty as well. That makes it worse.
He always prompts Phil to do the voice. He does the fucking voice. I hate that.
Jasper, that's being silly.
You know, one thing also I can promise you, taxidermy Jasper would be in the closet within maybe a month, because that's one of the things you got to pull out in the closet reveal in 2030 for sure. Remember Jasper? He was awesome.
He's
right?
back.
This is really meaningful. Get teared up again, Put it back. Good thing
It's
I
not a bad
cleared this
idea
closet out.
It's not a bad idea for another bit. Like coming up with a future closet stream.
Future
That'd be
closet
great.
stream, yeah.
For some reason, Jasper's got like Nintendo Wiimote gunk all in his fur.
Yeah. Don't know how that
He's gonna
happened.
have mold growing out of him too. It's like everything else in that closet.
Yes.
I don't know why I find this
slow-mo clip in there.
Go ahead.
I don't know why I find this so funny, because I don't know the full context, but Barrett Wells says this is just like the end of Stray, but Jasper isn't coming back.
Tractor speculated DMs. Yeah, exactly. In 20,234, detractors will speculate that DSP himself shot Jasper to relive the thrill of shooting T-Car.
That does remind me of my personal favorite tweet of mine this week. I was quite proud of. Someone was talking. What the fuck were we talking about? Somehow got on the subject of T and making that a goal, and I said, which vest is manslaughter best?
Oh, Drinker says it times sad. So yeah, I guess it is. Well, we'll change topic though. We've been on this for a while. We love Jasper for sure. He's a legend.
Trappist asked me on Twitter the other day, what do you think would happen if Phil's hands and head were tied to the chair and he had to look at the camera through a pre-stream? I think he'd struggle so much he'd break his neck. He'd just have to like
sit still.
Yeah.
He could still rock in the chair though. It's like one of those like mine where you could rock back and forth too.
Oh God, he definitely rocked.
Assuming he couldn't do that, you just see his eyes constantly over there and looking down at the chat, because he'd still need to check himself out constantly. I feel like we need a compilation video of that, by the way. Phil doing big things, like major moments. Because I noticed, the one where he throws the disc behind him, that classic. Scarface. Instantly, as he throws it, his eyes go over to look at himself to make sure he looks good.
He did it yesterday with the fucking Zelda shit. He went like this and then.
Yes.
Make sure it's on camera, right?
Got to make sure everybody's hacking in the chat too.
I care so little about you. I'm giving you a special shout out. Goodbye at the end of this playthrough. Fucking TikTok. I don't give a shit about you.
Can't wait in 10 years when he watches that on a retrospective and he's like, and he goes on a TikTok brand 10 years from now when there's like 3 new social media platforms and TikTok is irrelevant.
Yeah.
I outlasted
Let me tell you
TikTok.
my history with TikTok. Yeah. Perfect.
I outlasted TikTok. All right. Let's try to get to something, Sam. Go ahead.
Okay, let's do that. All right. Super Chuffer.
Hi, that being said, it's Super Chuffer. We all know Phil wanted that Wolverine in the same way we all want the guy. As a kid, I was particularly enamored with my Jake the Snake WWF figure who came with a little rubber snakey. My question is, what was your most prized childhood figure? Be good. Big ups.
Ooh.
Like it.
Ooh. Well, let's ask our guests first, because that's good for us to think about our better answers. Go ahead, Darksy.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be shitty and sentimental because of what I do for a living. It was my first Ninja Turtle. I got Michelangelo. I got it after asking Santa Claus, who was my uncle, in a costume for it, and I believed in Santa Claus for an additional fucking year because I couldn't just notice that was my uncle in the suit. I treasured that thing.
Oh, sweet. That's good. That's a good one. That's a real one.
It's not
one.
funny. It's just
it's a real. Yeah, that's fine. Totally fine. Anyone else, boys? I can't. It's like for me, I can't remember like those. Oh God, old joke. I can't remember wanting like figures like that. I was like, I just want games. Like I remember when I wanted Super Nintendo, like the system itself, so fucking long. I remember getting that. That was the best present I ever got. I was like, fuck, Super Nintendo, man, this is incredible. I was like on top of the fucking world. I hit me the right age where I was like, shit, man, this is the best. But
I think, just not sorry to be boring, but I think mine would have been a Ninja Turtles one as well. But mine was Donatello. That was my favorite.
Oh yeah, I'm Donatello guy too.
Yeah!
Oh, shit. What about Meerkat? What are you? What turtle? If you know what those are, Ninja Turtles.
I would say I don't know. I like the Raphael, and
yeah,
I also like Leonardo
as
well.
Yeah, Raphael's cool.
Darksy, what are you? You're a Leonardo style guy.
I'm a Leonardo guy now. Young Darksy was a Michelangelo guy, but I grew up. I changed like people do.
Yeah, my toy was a Spider-Man action figure that had all the limbs were able to move, so that was really fun. And also there was this one time I got an X-Man figurine and it was Storm, so I didn't get my Wolverine, and I was sad. I guess
that makes sense.
Was it a first edition though?
It was I don't know, some edition. I don't know. I didn't play with her because she's a woman and I was married.
Good question, Scuffer. Good question.
I think mine was the Sega Mega Drive pad because when we had a Mega Drive, we only had one pad, and player two would have to use like one of the proper joysticks. Where you have to, And because my brother was younger than me, he was always player two, so I always got to use the good pad and not try to do Streets of Rage or something. Like one of the proper old joysticks. So I'm sorry to my brother for that and making you suffer through that, but yeah, the Sega Mega Drive pad was brilliant. Suck it, Andrew.
Oh, get fucked, Andrew.
Oh, you doxed his name. Now we're gonna be able to find him and bully him.
All right, Sam, if you don't mind, can we play that bit? One is special for you. Someone made this special for Samuel. We got a special bit planned for Sam.
Oh, really?
Not
Where
by
is
me,
it?
by Regis Philgin again.
Oh yes, okay. Is it this? Is it this one here?
Yes, I sent it to the Discord. Super secret Discord.
Wow. Okay.
Send it to your super secret Discord. You know, the one we don't tell people about? That one.
Where all the Elden Ring stuff is.
Yeah.
That's
Elden Ring
basically,
tips. You'll see that.
Okay, hang on then. You guys talk amongst yourselves, and I'll sort this out.
Was there a toy you didn't get? Because I always wanted one of them Ghostbusters backpack that Barrett Wells shows off his proper...
He's always showing that thing off.
I had that old blow molded one that they came out with, the one that was just like a simple blow molded thing. That thing was great.
And it had the foam for the
the foam.
I had that. I had that and the trap. Like
the trap as well that was clipped to the side. Yeah, I always wanted that. Never got it.
I always wanted the Firehouse and the Ecto one. I never got them. So
actually, you reminded me. I gotta say this now because this is probably my earliest DSP style moment.
Okay.
I went out
was
to a friend's
off?
birthday.
Okay, sorry.
That's where it starts. I was going to a buddy's birthday party, guy I still know to this day, and I bought, or my mom took me out and said, what should we get him for his birthday? And I told him to get the Peter Venkman action figure. Well, does he really like the Ghostbusters? Oh yeah, he loves it. My entire plan was to get him to open it, and then ask if I could play with it. And I fucking did it. And I did it at his birthday party. And to this day, we're fucking 40, and he still laughs at me about that. He's like, I didn't give a shit about Ghostbusters.
4D chess. Young Darksy with the 4D chess. Love to see it. You love to see it.
Sam, we should just ban anyone from like dissing us. And then, oh, I had the toy. Yeah, right, banned.
That's fine. It's fine. Do you know what? I had a Peter Venkman, or it may have been a Ray. I can't remember, but I didn't have like the proper one in the proper like outfit. It was like a weird one where like if you pulled his arm or something, his head like came like so he looked scared.
Oh yeah, they opened like that, and the eyes shot out.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was like a Chinese knockoff Ghost Fighters or something like that.
Ghost Fighters.
Yeah.
I can't
Not
remember
the real Ghostbusters.
I can't remember that cartoon about. What the fuck?
Which
Did you
one?
ever see that? I think it was called like the Real Ghostbusters. It
No,
was completely not.
That was Ghostbusters. The original Ghostbusters was something different. That's why they had to call it the Real Ghostbusters. 'Cause
Yeah. Weird.
Very strange though. Yeah.
We good, Sam? You know what I'm talking about, right? In your messages, direct messages.
Oh God, what
My
now?
name is
We've
Elton
derailed
Insider.
the shit out of Sam.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
You were doing something.
There you go.
Bingo.
Hello again and welcome back to Who Wants to Be a Billionaire? We got a very special episode for you in store today, folks, because we have a question that was crafted specifically with one of our contestants in mind. I'm looking at you, Sam, and I'm not looking at burgers. Now, everyone will get a chance to answer, but this one, well, we were thinking about Sam when we wrote it. You'll all get your turn, don't worry. In accordance with a theory developed by Red Letter Media after watching things like The Room, Pass Through, and Getavin, if DSP had really properly rebooted his Project 7 vanity project, which clothing attire would we be most likely to see him wearing? Is it A, jeans? Is it B, the black begging t-shirt? Is it C, a baby gamer t-shirt? Or is it D, his Zelda jammies? Your votes now.
Okay, pause. Go ahead. Sam, you first, obviously.
So of the answers, it's a black t-shirt, but which would be a Phil kind of spin on it, but it's a black tank top actually. It's like a wife beater sort of thing. It's like a rite of passage for these so bad it's good filmmakers. They all have to wear a black tank top for some reason.
All right, you heard it.
There you go.
Now it's your turn to read along with the story. When you hear this sound, turn the page.
Okay, and we're back. The correct answer is, of course, B. In accordance with Red Letter Media's black tank top theory, there is an established pattern of people wearing black tank tops, or the equivalent thereof, while shooting vanity projects in which they are traditionally writer, director, and star. Notable examples include people like Tommy Wiseau, Neil Breen, John DeHart, Steve Barquette, and even finding the female equivalent in Deandra Brown's Diamond Cobra versus the White Fox. Thanks to everyone for playing. Email me if you want a pizza roll.
It's deeper, man. It's awesome. All right, Sam, you got it right though. You got $1 million now, so congratulations on that.
$1 billion, not $1 million.
$1 billion. Yes, of course. Thank you so much, Regis Filgen, for the bits. We always appreciate. All right, go ahead, Sam. Next
we can happily talk about retro toys and Red Letter Media for the whole 2 hours.
That's true too. I'm down.
I'm down for whatever. Let's see what you guys in chat think. You know, got to make a determination now. Though.
I say we just break here and do Q&A.
Yes, Q&A.
At me at the chat. Oh, okay. Someone's asking, what's my favorite ice cream? Now, hold on. That's a tough one. Hang on. Ice cream. You think cold, right? Like, I think cold first. I don't know about you guys in chat. I don't want to offend anybody. I mean, I think cold. So cold chocolate. I mean, that's good, right? And we got vanilla. That's good too. I don't want to, it's tough. It depends on my mood. I don't want to answer that one. So anyways, let's move on.
Look, I don't do favorites. I don't see life as black and white.
Whoa. You said it.
You said it. Whoa. You said chocolate. I didn't bring that up. I wasn't going to bring up
Nobody can
color.
see it, but I'm chewing my nails.
Yeah. Chocolate is just as good as vanilla. And if you thought otherwise, you know what that means.
Turned Alex cold like Leanna's sex life.
Oh, God. God. All right, go ahead, Sam. Let's get to another message. Look for a funny name so we can get to maybe a funny one to finish.
Okay.
Funny name. You find the funniest name in there. Go nuts.
I mean, on this page, the funniest name is this: Salted Potato. There we go.
Big ups.
Steven Seagal here. I keep hearing you guys reference me to Dr. Phil. You boys, you don't know what you're talking about. And you keep talking about me, I'm going to have to snatch every one of your motherfucking
birthday.
memberships off.
Yeah.
What you have for dinner?
Fuck you.
Banned out.
It was good to the end. It was good to the end. Block that IP, Sam.
Every motherfucker birthday.
Sam, block that IP. Thank you.
Block that email. They use the email. So if we want to actually block people, we could do that.
Yeah,
we definitely could.
Just so you know.
So watch your messages.
Hey, hello, I have your email. Okay, so if you do that, I have your email. So thank you.
Yeah, this is basically terrorism.
Yes. By the way, it's a joke. You can put whatever email you want. It doesn't even matter if you put a fake one. They don't check it. So
Yeah,
people put funny ones in all the time. So do whatever you want. That's a joke.
See, now I'm not sure because these could, like, one of these could be me dad.
There you go. Yeah.
It could be. So.
Go on, you guys pick one then.
Do TJ Game
highlight one, yeah.
TJ Game Box, the winner of the Strokey for best gotcha style detracting, I believe. Yes. Okay, go ahead. Just want to make sure. Give a credit there.
Yeah. Also, if you want a Strokey, just tell me what kind, and I'll print one for you. Everybody wins.
Yes.
If you want one, you get one.
Yes. Stray Beans is going for the best Australian detractor Strokey, I think.
Style
so Stray Beans,
in the
good luck
wild
for that.
stylist.
Style in the wild creator. Yes. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Sam.
Cool. TJ Gamebox.
Gonna be talking in my shitty mic, but figure out how to ask you a question. So recently on Twitter, Jade's mom has started responding to a lot of Jade stuff that's going on and asking people to not make fun of someone that is in fact disabled. Two questions about that actually. One, what is your opinion on parents stepping up to defend Phil? One, and two, which parents would you like to come out of the woodwork to defend? Thank you so much. By the way, the newest poll is for Cody Rhodes.
Thank you.
Now, the second question, I think everybody's going to agree is Derek's parents. I would love a Derek parent spurg out on Twitter. It would be hilarious. That shit is cinema to me.
Yes.
Agreed. You know they'd be like, could you porn stars please stop harassing my boy?
Yeah, oh God, you know it.
Tagging him in tweets and things.
Yep,
Yeah.
like he's done nothing wrong. I guarantee it. You know, our boy's just studying online all day. That's what he tells us. He's studying for 12 hours a day, and he's very into it. It's very animated. We hear a lot of movement in there, but it's all studying. You know, that's what he tells them. And then that's how it's gonna be. Well, the first question was Jade's parents have been saying shit. Is that what he heard?
Mm-hmm. Apparently so.
Yeah, I guess so.
Wow. I mean, if at any point my child's internet person they like or enjoy watching gets serious, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Just change your person you like. You know, Jade's parents. Clearly, it's not a good idea to be. And if you watched it for 5 minutes yourself, you'd see the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
You have to hope. You have to think
you know?
that they're not fully clued up on Phil and how what he's doing is bad. You know, and why it's bad to let your son give him money.
Yeah.
You know?
And you have part of the parent's job, by the way, is to see what your kids are watching, and if you don't think it's good, you watch it for 10 minutes yourself, and then you make a decision. But anyways, go ahead, Meerkat.
And I don't know Jade doing anything bad, particularly to attract trolls trolling him. He's just one of the dudes who's prominent in DSP's chat. We started the stream off talking about. He's just a guy who likes video games, and he found a guy that he feels comfortable in his chat to swing by and say hello, my ooses, and people say him hi, and DSP tells him hi, so he feels welcome, and he just hangs out. And he occasionally writes some funny chat comments that we laugh at, and that's about it. I don't think there's anything much to troll there. It's not like Derek, where he's a rampant degenerate. He's just kind of a normal kid.
He has more objectionable chat members than Jade, basically. It's worse than Jade. So yeah.
But Derek is a different animal altogether. Jade is his heart is this innocent person that just likes watching DSP, and that's we know how stupid that is. But some people might not see that stupid, and then just let him do whatever he wants to do. It's totally fine. But
it's naivety with Jade. That's how I see it. But yeah, guys, imagine it the other way around though. Imagine your parents having to come and defend you online. If I was Jade, I would think, "Oh, Mum, Dad, I don't want you getting involved. This is my thing. Can you not?" You know?
Yeah.
Steve's dad should drop a comment for me one-upping him, and she'd be like, "No, Steve writes all the jokes. He gave you all the good jokes, so give him some of the good jokes too." Fucking idiot.
Next week, Steve get more jokes. Okay. You got it.
No,
We'll give it to him next week.
My dad wants you to bring back Robo Steve. He's
Okay,
he's-
yeah, that's
he's
true.
online.
We can bring it back.
He's like a Steve of the Dead detractor, really. That's what.
Cat
Steve,
killed
Dad
it, though.
would
We gotta
just,
fix it.
he would just send us pictures of fish, and we don't know how to respond to them. We're like, I mean, I don't know how that has anything to do with the podcast, but like, okay, Steve's dad, I guess.
Like, my dad has a pool. If you want to see pictures of a pool that he's just been doing up, I could supply.
Oh, cool.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
Has he got a grill?
Yeah, what kind of grill? Like,
he would go all out, my dad.
When your dad has something that he does that he's really proud of, and you indulge him in it, and you like give him a thumbs up, and you give him a shout out, there's nothing better to a dad than you doing this. So support your dad with his pool, and go and do a front flip in his pool, and tell him that is the best pool ever. That's a good son.
Yes.
Yeah. In fact,
Not
good job of
conning
it.
him.
It looks good.
Well,
so,
Steve,
yeah.
what did you con your dad to buy? I'd like to know. Did you con him into buying anything when you were 26, maybe? I don't know. Like when I was 12, I was trying to con my dad into buying stuff, but I'm talking about like, you know, I don't know.
I can think
like
of times where it was like
Yeah,
managing to get like a tenner
Chip.
off my dad or
Yeah,
something. You know, like
yeah. I'm 12.
But again,
you know, it's like
I don't bring it up on my forum. You know,
you weren't on SRK about that? What's wrong with you? God. Anyways.
Yeah. Enough about me, dad.
I like my headcanon now is just like imagining Steve's dad as his like #1 troll, like sending us like pictures of him when he was a kid and stuff.
Come out online. Yeah. Like super old Steve embarrassing pictures come out on Twitter. It's like, how many? Oh, Steve's dad. No one knows them.
I swear to God, Dad, if you do, nursing home. I'm telling you.
Steve's dad doing 14-hour restreams, stopping every 2 minutes.
Why is this so long? You just need story up and finish.
Yeah. Checked
Bloody hell,
out
Steve,
after
get
20 minutes. The comments.
So I do have
I
a serious question here, Ed. At what point are we going to get Dad of the Dead guesting on TBS?
Ooh,
Barrett
that's a
Barrett
weird...
Wells, that is a terrifyingly accurate sentence.
Yeah. That's what we need. Here's Steve dancing to Spice Girls. Yeah. Or like comparing him and Phil. They look exactly alike. Check it out. It's like Phil, Steve, and Phil.
To be fair, as my dad, he
could
shouldn't
basically-
make that comparison.
That's true.
But he has nothing to lose. He can go full on like
Yeah, well,
full on
he-
kamikaze into this. He just takes you down along with him. But you have everything to lose. You get completely embarrassed.
Well, we don't have any parents specials planned yet. Dabzilla, I see you. Not yet. Maybe someday.
We should
Wait
get
till we
the,
Wait till we have to save the business, then we start doing the parents.
we should get a Father's Day special when ALT and Sam's kids come on and we just indoctrinate them into hating DSP. We just brainwash them for 2 hours straight.
Call him the bad man like Chill does with his son.
I was going to say the same thing. Like when
I
you
love
hear
that.
like Shinko, I think I've heard him say that as well. Like referred to him as the bad man.
I got it. Here's what we do to be the ultimate detractor show on the internet. I'll teach my son everything DSP teaches his fans. So I'll be like teaching him about the garbage disposal. Oh yeah, you put everything in there. You know, pull potatoes, throw it down. Who cares?
I don't want
Rainy
any
day
part of
fund.
this.
That's for when it's raining. You know, when you
I
see
feel-
rain, break
feel
out
like
the
this
rainy
is-
day fund, and I'll teach him that kind of stuff.
Going to be one of
That'd
those
pretty hype.
like the Stanford prison experiment where people are going to write papers about how it was like a human catastrophe. The end of nothing was learned from the experiment.
I'll teach them all about girls. You know, girls are
Yeah.
sluts. They're teases. They don't do stuff. Your mom's included in that.
Nothing was learned, but think of the content. Think of how many views we would get.
Oh yeah, those charming covers. Eat ramen with a spoon, of course. Like ramen, you always use spoon. All right, don't use fork. What do you get out of here? Get out of here. What,
Okay,
crazy?
this is gonna be a divorce line pushing experience for you, specifically for
definitely.
you.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. We can't do it. We cannot do it. I don't want to break the divorce line, but it would be a good idea for content. Anyways, let's see what time it is. Sam, we can push one more. Let's push one more. Let's push it. Push our luck.
We need the member shout outs too.
Oh God, yeah, that's true.
What we're saying.
All right, choose one, Sam. Choose a
Okay.
short one. I know you can't
It's a
tell. but-
really short one from iVega, so here we go.
Yes.
Rest in peace, Jasper. Yeah, as y'all know, Jasper, I know that he was such a great cat, but as everyone knows, that
God,
this
that
is
was
the
quick.
worst thing that I found out my PayPal account froze.
Perfect ending. Perfect ending.
Well done.
Oh God, ALT is literally everyone's dad. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. It's pretty creative. I'll give you that. But
technically, yeah.
All right, shout out. Okay, before we get to shout outs, pre close of the show Sunday. Darksy's coming back. So if you enjoyed this show, you know you're gonna enjoy Sunday because Darksy's coming back. So it's gonna be the exact same thing. We'll do the exact same jokes and bits, everything. It's gonna be hype. But Gundy will be here. Gundam will be Gundam will be here on Sunday as well. So he'll add his little touches too. It'll be hype. But go ahead, please, Meerkat, shout outs. Go ahead.
Yes, shout outs for the following legend tier members: Chris Domingo, Chris, Mike Crawford, Doden, and Swizz Style Dude. And shout out for the following legendary legend style detractors: the guy who makes the pig cry, DSP Institute, the creator of Pig Pig Go. So big ups to that.
Big ups.
PigPigGo.re now.
Not
I
RE,
still
little
need to pump
fuckers.
that out. Yeah,
It's looking fancy now, by the way. Have you
Yeah,
seen
a
it?
lot of
It's got
work's
like
gone in, yeah.
It's got
It's
it's like a fancy
Like
new
an
background and
amazing
everything.
background.
Now.
Yeah, it's cool.
The Pounder
Yes.
says you should all get Phil's haircut for a show. No, thanks. That's not.
Dude, I have Phil's haircut.
You got to put more grease. Get more like wet. You got to get it. Well, now he's not doing that anymore. By the way,
Yeah, go
it's
get some
all,
water.
it's all fluffy now. We're fluffy Phil now.
What really sucked was that Steve went as DSP for Halloween, and people thought he was Edge from YouTube. That shit sucked, man.
Me too. Like it was a last minute like costume in the spirit of Phil. So
Yeah.
did it all last minute. But yeah,
I still need to
have to get a cowboy hat.
Yeah, I still need to make this bit that I've been threatening for like months now, where it's just like people that look like Steve, because I've got a couple now.
He's got a folder.
Chat, you know your job. You have to send Sam people that look like Steve to make that list even longer than it already is.
It'll just be a slideshow at the end of one of the streams. That'll be it.
Just randomly. Don't shout it out. Just put it randomly one show.
So we mentioned Dad of the Dead. Fuck it, might as well. Mum of the Dead does that to me. She will send me pictures of guys with long hair and a beard. I thought this was you.
All right. Can we get her email, please? Send it to Sam.
Yeah, I'll get it to email next time she sees someone. I'll get her to send you a picture.
But we gotta do like Fred Fox and have a bunch of incriminating info on Steve in case he decides to bounce, and we can threaten him to stay on with that.
Yeah, that's it.
So we need everybody's info.
You've
Send it
already
our
got a
way.
payday bar.
Send it everywhere. Send us everything you have. We'll take it.
I got one last shout out.
Yes,
for
please.
the highest ever tier ever, Immortal Legend. Shout out to Joey Rivera. Big ups. Big
up.
shout out. Massive.
Massive shout out for the, how does Phil say it? Like, that's like the extra tier where you do extra support. And that really means a lot. Thank you. That is true, though. You're a legend. Pounder says, you guys should. Oh, I already said that one. Pounder, double shout out. Double shout out. That's it. Darksy, final words. Anything you want to say before we get out of here and see you again on Sunday, of course. But anything you want to say?
Well, come hang out with me here in a little bit for DDP's DDP, the Digital Detractor Party.
DSP's RIP. That was the best.
Yeah. Believe me, I was like, fuck, that's way better than what I'm calling this stupid stream. I've been talking a little bit about the guy, and I actually think I'm going to get into what I started to call the Darchives, because I've spent some time putting together, trying to get all of my shit that I've done over the last year in one place. It's insane because I want to put an archive online for you guys to just pick from when you need stuff. And it is becoming a much bigger to do. I found so much shit that I legitimately don't even remember drawing. So I'm going to dig through some of that tonight and talk a retrospective event.
Yes, and you'll be redirected there right away. So yeah, if you stay on, you'll be right in Darksy's stream there. So stay tuned, and I'll be there too as well. For the summer of Too Much ALT, tomorrow we're doing This How You Don't Play, middle of the day style. We'll finish up before bingo starts for King Jad, so stay hyped for that. Not sure what game we're going to watch yet tomorrow, but middle of the day tomorrow. Meerkat, any business style announcements on you with your streaming style setup?
Yeah, I'll be back soon, but like we just said, Darksy's going to be streaming in about half an hour. Make sure to go there when the stream ends and subscribe in case the stream hasn't started yet, so you get to see it when it starts. And go to listen to the latest Snortwave song. It's going to make you very oily and greasy. And yeah, thanks for watching. Big ups.
Final words from Steve, please.
I would like to recommend that my parents don't listen to that song.
But do send information to ALT Insider, please. Thank you.
You're just going to turn up to the Dead Sea Scrolls one day and it's going to be like my old diary or something, isn't it?
Oh God, yes, that's the joke. Like Steve's coming on, but like, yeah, we're gonna cover Phil's forum from 2002, but it's like all Steve stuff. As soon as he gets stuck, all right, Steve, this is you in first grade. Tell us what were you thinking here with this Spice Girl shirt. Anyways, Sam, please end this. What a show it's been. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. We'll get to all the messages, I promise, and we'll also get to a little bit about the Super Mario Bros. Movie thing. We'll get to that announcement.
Oh,
soon,
yeah,
too.
yeah, there's that. Of course.
Go ahead, Sam. End it, and quickly.
Okay, bye.
Fucking cheeseburger.
Bye.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups.
I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats, cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right.
I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all. So it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think it affects it.
Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me and a family, Jasper, and you know the things we get to do together. You know, I definitely want more time with them and more family time. But I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously, all those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. It was, oh, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. Like, I'm happy with who I am. Worcestershire sauce on my burgers.